What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Once again, got another card show in Ohio. This one was the Greenies show, and you guys can get a look at the show floor here. It was, I believe, like 200 plus tables. So there was a lot to get to here. Got some pickups, got some deals going down. And as usual, we'll kind of go through the show and the show floor first, and then we'll go ahead and get to the pickups towards the end of the video. If you guys are not yet subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Really helps me out. That was also set up at this show, so there was a couple behind the table clips. We'll toss some of those in there. So we're going to start off with some dollar boxes and then move into some other parts of the show.
Kid would get it, it's easily do it. Oh, just hold on. The sleeve will come out with it. Which one? These bazookas, will they always hand? Yes. Okay. That makes sense. So we'll say 11. Thank you.
For me to go over there?
Wherever, it don't matter. Yeah. I'm trying to find one of those. I've known that guy. I don't know his name because I don't know anybody's name.
Yeah.
Since he was a kid, his mom used to bring him to the shows.
Holy smokes.
Somebody give $3 for it?
To the right person. It's the right person.
I had to put a number on it.
Yeah, I mean,
And he used it by pre-war.
so here at the same table, JD was showing me this 52 Bowman mantle he got in a collection, and look at the front of this thing. This thing was absurdly sharp. You know, the back had some staining, or I'm not sure exactly what you'd call it, I guess staining, but the front looked like a 7. I mean, I was definitely interested in this thing. I didn't end up picking it up. I mean, it's the nicest looking one you're gonna find for the price. Probably had it priced around the 3 range, which seems very, very reasonable. Here's some of the stuff I did pick up. Kind of flip through the stack here. You see lots of the bigger names, guys like Aaron, Gibson, Banks, stuff like that. Just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff that we'll kind of get to later in the video. But yeah, I was definitely interested in that 52 Bowman Mantle. Like I said, I didn't end up picking him up, but man, that card was pretty sweet. Here we said, what, 50 on him?
Yeah, I think he said 50.
Yes. 165.
Yep.
50. And 8. So.
Yep.
Alright, so we can go ahead and add them up.
I'll do them in my head, you do them on the calculator.
Sweet. See how good your mental math is.
I'm pretty good at it.
Alright.
Dude, I'll impress you here. Watch this.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do it in your head and I'll.
1480.
1480, let's test. Off by 5. Sweet.
What the hell I messed up?
I mean, we can go through it again if you want to, but
No, we're good. You got
All
a
right.
$15 card to throw in it to make $15?
let's see.
Not.
If I do, they're over
Okay.
here, so we can go check those out.
Either one of these would work, the Nukem or the Gillum.
Alright.
Does that work for you?
I'd rather move the Newcomb, to be
All right.
honest. That
All
works
right.
for you. And then I'll probably have to take a picture of them too, just so I know.
I know, I look at my costs before I get it because
Yeah,
I want
I-
to make sure it's
yeah.
worth my time to go to these shows.
I just went and finally listed everything that's in this case. I scanned through and put on eBay, so
Okay.
even the cheap stuff, I gotta
Oh,
go
you
through
gotta
and
pull it
delete
off.
all of them.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so we'll go ahead and picture all these.
Make sure you have
So, not a bad deal here. I just went and bought a bunch of stuff from him. You guys will see that in the video here. So I'll take a picture and then go ahead and delete everything from eBay. So there we go. Nice $1,500 deal.
Yeah, because they might throw me out.
So now I gotta go back through and delete everything here that ended up selling. So shout out to Jeff picking up a bunch of stuff. So let's see what I can do. Got, you know, a whole bunch of stuff to delete now. Like I said, you know, listed all these on eBay, so of course now I gotta go and delete them, but it is what it is. I'll do that. And then after this, it's time for some food because it's about 5 o'clock and have not eaten yet. So that's next up on the agenda. What else did he buy? Is it Jennings? The good part about selling everything off of eBay, a little bit better deals. So after a couple deals, had to head over to some of the basketball hoops. They had these out here for the kids to go shoot around and everything like that. But figured I'd take a couple shots for the video, see what I could do. A couple misses, but obviously those are just some warm-up shots. The women's Final Four was in Cleveland this weekend, just like half an hour away. So I had to channel my inner Caitlin Clark and then, of course, end on a couple makes and then head back to the table. Right now, got a lead on some 53 tops. Had basically, I don't know if he had an entire graded set, but lots of the stars were in the case. So I'm just kind of adding up. I took a picture of everything he had and kind of adding them up all one by one here. You can see the names and basically just going to add them up and see what I could pay. And hopefully next clip should be me going ahead and buying some of these, hopefully. Hopefully we'll be able to make a deal here. Worked out a deal for a really nice 53 tops Jackie here and had to go back to the table to grab some cash. But then I swung back around to pick it up. All right, I'm back. If you want to, you can go ahead and count it up. I double checked it just to make sure. It's a great looking card. I appreciate
I gotta tell
it.
you, it was
Yeah.
a pleasure working with you. You know, you're so transparent, and that's how I operate.
Yeah, I
so,
just want to make it easy for you,
yeah.
kind of yes or no type thing. So
Come over. He's going to come over and look at your guy.
some Gabby's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the assist. So
Do you do trades?
Yeah, I'll
'cause
take
he's
trades.
He's got a 53 graded 2
yeah,
mantle.
okay. Yeah, I saw you had that. I'll have to take a closer look at his stuff. So yeah, I appreciate it for sure. Garrett, and yours?
Garrett?
Yeah.
I'm Rick.
Nice to meet you,
Garrett.
I appreciate it. All right, so we couldn't work the deal for everything, but ended up with the Jackie. Couldn't quite make the mantle and everything else work, but you know, still a great looking Jackie. I mean, the corners on this one are nice, some wax staining and stuff on the back, but that's another good pickup for the weekend. All right, fellas, it's time to get to the pickups, and as you can see, we got a lot of stuff to go through here. Holy smokes. So these are in no particular order. I still haven't even really sorted them that much. They're kind of scrambled right now. Spent all day yesterday listing them on eBay and everything, so I still have a few more to get to, but then we'll be good to go. So we'll just start off with this pile here, and then we'll go through each of them. I won't spend as long as I probably typically would, just because there's a lot of cards to get through here. I needed new stuff that was, you know, under $100. Not really dollar box type stuff, but stuff that if you're at a show, you could kind of stack in a case, you know, between $20 and $75. So there's a lot of that, but then there's also some really cool bigger slabs, and then, you know, we'll just see as we go through here. So this stack here is going to be pretty crazy. So got a lot of stuff from Jeff. Some of it was in the first day, and then we got a whole bunch of other stuff too. So we got the 48 Bowman Feller and the Slaughter, and then the Leafs. He said he bought a whole bunch of Leafs, like a giant collection of them. And so I picked up a lot of the stars. So this entire pile here. So we got Ralph Kiner, 2 Ted Kluszewskis. Moving on to Lou Boudreau, got 2 of those. Lots of these I already repriced. Like I said, that's what I spent my day yesterday doing. And then Appling, there's a lot of these. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Luke Applings. So a bunch of those. Like I said in some of my previous videos, if the price is right, I'll buy multiples. I do not care. Especially with a set like this that at times can be tough to come by. Not impossible, but it's one that whenever I do run out of Leafs, I'm kind of kicking myself and immediately need to go get more. So we got Bobby Dorr, got 3 of those. Some of these have some wrinkles, but then obviously some are nicer than others. And then we got the Johnny Mize. We got 2 of those. So a whole bunch of Leafs, all Hall of Famers. And then a 49 Bowman Phil Rizzuto. So that pile is good to go. We'll set them over here. And then just kind of move down the line here. So this was some of the cheaper raw stuff. Got the Musial All-Star, Cepeda, whole bunch of stuff in here. This was all from the dollar box or value box, whatever you want to call it, that I was flipping through. You guys saw some clips of that, and I think he had just restocked it with a whole bunch of like mantles and rookies and Mays, stuff like that. See the Fergie rookie, some Mays. All the type of stuff I was pretty much looking for when I was at the show. Let's switch it up a little bit and we'll go through like half of this slab stack right here. So the 61 Mantle All-Star, this was a pretty big pickup. This one actually my dad went and got when I was manning the table, so that came with a few mantles that we'll go through later. And 53s, we got a lot more of these to go through here. You guys will see those in a bit. A nice John Padres and early win. 72 Nolan Ryan. And here's one of the bigger pickups of the day. 52 Bowman Mays. And it's a little bit prettier on the front than on the back. You know, great looking card on the front. One of my favorite Mays designs. When we flip it over to the back, it is pretty brutal. It's got some writing on the back there, but you know, as long as you keep it looking like this, it's gonna be a pretty good looking card. I got it from a dealer who had a majority of modern stuff. Was able to pick up his Mays. He had a Koufax rookie that wasn't quite able to snag, but I was perfectly happy grabbing that one. Let's get back to some more raw stuff here. 51 Bowman Berra, 52 Bowman Feller, 53 Berra. And moving on to some top stuff, Mays, Mantle. And here's the Mantle lot that I mentioned we had got. So there's a whole lot of Mantles at 59, 61. This is some other stuff. I think those were from Jeff. More Mantles in the Mantle lot. A couple 64s. And I think there's a couple more hiding back here. One of these was from Jeff, and one of these from the lot, as well as the 69. So I was getting low on Mantles just because they sell every single time. So I had, anytime I can find them for even a relatively decent price, I gotta snatch them up. Go through the final pile of raw stuff before we get to the rest of the slabs. Got some 50 Burke Ross, or 51 Burke Ross, so the smaller ones. It's a Al Rosen and a Kurt Simmons, a super cool set. I mean, these just seem stupid cheap for what they are. I mean, these guys aren't the biggest names, but you know, semi-star type guys. So this set you can just find incredibly cheap. It doesn't make sense to me, so I'll just keep buying them. 52 Bowman Roberts. This one's a bit of a beater. 52 Monty Irvin, 53 Ford. This was kind of a solo pickup by himself. And then lots of this stuff here was back into the value box. Some pretty cool Bowmans and just miscellaneous stuff. Red Hearts, always pick those up whenever I can. Sets like this do really well on eBay just because there's only so many of them listed. There's just not many of them out there. This Klazuski, this one's really sharp, but it's got a wrinkle in it. And actually that sold on eBay last night, so I'll have to throw him to the side. Some more Bowmans. Lots of these have, you know, surface wrinkles and kind of condition issues. So there's no really grade worthy or, you know, blazer type cards in here, but still lots of the pretty big names. And here's a 56 Mays. This one is well loved, to say the least. You know, maybe if you kind of do something like this, looks a little bit nicer. And then this one here is a white back. So this one, you know, it's still low grade, has a pretty big crease going down the middle, but when you line it up with this one, make sure it looks pretty nice. Got the Aaron to go along with it, and then a bunch of value box 56s here. Mignoso, got a few of those. Ford, Aparicio rookies, he's all creased up there. Bunch of other 56 stars in here. Like I said, I just got to flip through these a little bit quicker than I probably usually would, just because of the volume. 57 Mays, he was also a solo pickup. But now let's get on to the slabs. I don't know if those weren't the fun part, but the slabs may be even more fun than that. So let's go ahead, and I just dropped like maybe the best card underneath my desk. Okay, we recovered him. We got him back. 53 Topps Jackie Robinson, PSA 2. I mean, 2 is probably a deserving grade just because it's got some wrinkles and some staining on the back, but I mean, this thing looks amazing. And the corners are really, really sharp, and the color is super fresh. Obviously, this card is sellable in any condition at all, so we'll kind of give him his own spot back there just because he deserves it. And then there should be some more 53s in here. I'll set some pre-war to the back. 53 Berra to go with the Jackie. And these all came out of someone's 53 set. So he was kind of breaking a graded set, and I bought a good amount of them. I think the ones that weren't like 4s, he was kind of trying to upgrade. So I told him, you know, if I just took all of them, you cut me a deal. So I took lots of the other Hall of Famers and a couple of the other kind of key cards. This one here, obviously not a Hall of Famer, but a tough card in the 53 set, Milt Bowling. Hal Newhouser, this one's really tough. The high number, there's only a handful of these listed on eBay. 53 high numbers get pretty tough, and then once you get to PSA graded ones, it gets even tougher because there's a lot of people building graded sets when you get to like 52s and 3s. 53 Reese in the PSA 3, and some of these, you know, like I said, grade probably fair, but centering on these, the color on these is really nice. So all like newer labels, newer grades, so a bit tough on the numerical grades, but some great looking cards. You can see the color on all of these is pretty nice. The Ed Matthews, this Mantle was, yeah, this was in the same deal. This was the only non-53 I had picked up with him. And pretty nice if it weren't for the creases here, you know, nice sharp edges and color and everything. So we'll find a way to stick him back there also. These 3 trades, you guys probably saw these already in the video. So got a few Aarons in exchange for an Aaron Perez Steel autograph. Those I haven't really gotten to sorting through yet. And another one, the 1936 SNS game card. And I actually have a few more of these. I set them, I'll have to go grab them, just show you guys real quick. But I love this set. This seems stupid cheap, this set. In a 1936, and you can get a Bill Dickey, a relatively big name Hall of Famer for $100 plus or minus. And the raw ones are even crazier. So I'll go ahead and go grab those real quick. So like I said, got a few other of these 36 SNS game. Lloyd Wayner, Chuck Klein, so some pretty big names. You can see the price tags on them. I mean, you can get these things stupid cheap. I get that the image doesn't exactly take up the whole card, but still just seems cheap for 1936. And I mean, these would all grade really high. They're playing cards, so they would grade, you know, 7s, 8s. I mean, I don't know exactly, obviously, but just for nice condition, big names from the 1930s, I mean, it just seems crazy, crazy cheap. Let's go ahead and get to the final few pre-war cards here, and that is going to be these 1913 National Game. I've picked up some of these, I feel like, in a few videos in a row now, so I'm sure you guys have already heard my spiel on these. Here's a few that I also got from Jeff. So got the Evers in a 6. These just don't get listed, and they just don't pop up very often. You can find them if you really wait, but if you just want to go on eBay right now and go buy one, there's only, you know, if you're lucky, there's like 3 of a certain player on eBay, you know, maybe besides the real big guys like Cobb and stuff. But if you're looking for like an Evers and a Chance, there's only, I think some of these I was the only listing on eBay, which is something I always love if I can pick up stuff like that. So we got Evers and Chance. I have a raw Joe Tinker, but you know, wish he was graded to line him up with these, but I'll have to go set him out in a bit. Got the Sam Crawford, and then the Frank Home Run Baker. Beautiful, beautiful looking set. I mean, great images, and I've already been over these before, but fantastic set. Love that one. But that's going to be it for this video. If you're still watching, I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys are not already. Make sure to check out the eBay store or email me if you guys are selling any collection or if you guys are interested in buying any of these. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.